How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 4 of The Walking Dead Dead City. This episode is titled, Everybody Wins a Prize. Now, last episode was a very character-driven one. We got to see Maggie and Negan interact with the new group that they found in Episode 2. The majority of the episode was just the group kind of going over the plan and preparing for the morning, right? We had some flashbacks with Negan and Ginny where, Ginny was looking for a dino. Turns out the dino was in this guy that stole her backpack, I think, or something like that stole from them. And also Negan was wearing a cowboy outfit. Well, kind of a cowboy outfit. It was mainly just the hat. and of course, Ginny made it to New York. She made it onto Manhattan Island by using this bucket that she rode on, and then she somehow managed to find Maggie and the group after following this weird collector that ended up going to the people Maggie and Negan are with, conveniently, considering that city is fucking huge, and somehow Ginny got very lucky to find Maggie and Negan in that. However, Ginny didn't exactly approach the group. She kind of stayed back a little bit and saw that Maggie had the dino, which is what the collector found on the road, because I think Ginny dropped it, right, when she was attacked by a walker. And then Maggie was going to burn the dino. Question is, did she? And we also found out about what happened to Annie and Negan's kid, Joshua. They were taken to Missouri somewhere. Negan decided to stay behind, and we learned that Annie was attacked by these motherfuckers, these 5 individuals, and that's who Negan killed, and that's why Armstrong is after him. So it all connects. It comes back to Annie being basically robbed and beaten. I just find it weird that Negan would just leave Annie and Joshua there. Considering after what just happened with these 5 motherfuckers, it's kind of weird, Negan. Come on. Also, Armstrong was taken by the Croat in Episode 2. Last episode, he basically forced Armstrong to fight for his life after he killed, a waiter, I guess, because they served the Croat, rotten meat with maggots in it. And of course, Croat decides, you know what, I'm going to put the keys to Armstrong's handcuffs down this guy's throat, kill him, and then make Armstrong fight to the death in the UFC cage or whatever, right? And then Armstrong obviously survives. He gets a bottle that was thrown into the cage, uses that bottle to cut open the dead guy, gets the key out, uncuffs himself, and then fights a bunch of other walkers. And then towards the end of the episode, Armstrong told the Croat about Negan. I just wish that they held the shot on the Croat a little longer before cutting to black, but they didn't. Kind of annoying. And then at the end of the episode for Negan, he got into a bit of a situation with Luther, the big guy, because Luther obviously found the poster, the wanted poster for Negan. And then there was a bit of tension and then a bit of a squabble. Negan won after Luther fell back onto an exposed pipe that stuck right in the back of Luther's head. And then Negan, obviously being Negan, decided to put Luther out of his misery in the worst way possible by just pushing his head down further onto the pipe. Based off the promo for this episode, we're going into Madison Square Garden. Negan and the Croat might have a confrontation. Obviously Ginny's following the group. We'll have to find out if Maggie's burnt a dino. There's a lot that needs to happen. And kind of crazy that we've only got 3 episodes left if you include this one. Already halfway through. Yeah, I mean, that about sums it all up. So let's stop doolalleying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode.
You can bait him. Lure him out of the arena.
This episode's going to be good. I've just got a feeling. Oh! Flashback! Sanctuary! Lucille! Leather jacket! He looks younger! Wait, isn't the Sanctuary set destroyed? Because they replaced it with Commonwealth, right?
Hey, Needs?
Ah! It's Stephen Hogg! Simon! Ah! This is what I wanted, dude!
We got a problem.
He's looking buff. Makes you question how the fuck he lost to Negan. Just give me a full flashback episode. They brought us fucking Stephen Hogg back. Please give us a spin-off. What the fuck? I wasn't expecting Stephen Hogg. There it is. There it is. It's gone.
Certain folks, a lot of folks, are saying it's time to rein his ass in.
We did it.
Croat.
Negan, we did it.
Said to let her walk. He gave a direct order.
Oh, it's so cool to see Stephen Ogg again.
Who determined the location of the hidden arms cache at the hilltop?
I would have found that shit.
Oh, really?
Is she dead? Well, she is, yeah.
I just don't blah, blah, blah.
Jesus.
Talking about Negan.
Psychopathic. Not charming.
I mean, you're one to talk, Simon.
Kids!
Is a line you do not cross.
What the fuck happened to Simon for him to kill kids, though? So was Simon the ex-leader then? Or was it someone else? Oh, I love seeing Stephen Ogg. And this is what I wanted too. I wanted actual flashbacks for the Croat. And we got it.
So what, he took off?
Passed him on my way in last night.
Oh yeah, Luther, right?
Anybody outside last night? Maybe see Luther head out?
Did they not find any blood?
Well, it's a little hard to picture a guy like that playing hide and seek.
Every hour is more time for the cycle to figure out we're coming. Hey, come on, Luther's his own guy, right?
I wonder if they're going to find out Negan killed him.
His thankful ass gonna be kissing your butt ugly feet.
Oh, I thought they were brother and sister. Guess not.
It's getting better.
Where's Ginny? Who's got a harmonica?
You ready?
You know what, honestly? No. And no, it's not because he wants me dead. Hell, lots of people have wanted me dead.
One of them standing right in front of me.
The closer we get to the Croat,
The more he's revisiting his
it just
past.
starts to feel a bit too goddamn familiar.
When Hershel was a baby, Amos decided it was a good time to learn the harmonica.
Who the fuck is Amos?
So the next time he was out on a hunting expedition, I snuck into his room and I stole the harmonica and I went and buried it in the fucking ground.
F-bomb.
I bet you lost a couple Girl Scout badges for that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you would have buried it somewhere way worse.
Or just broke it.
You see my matches?
No.
What do you mean no? You stole them. Yo. Hey, I remember that place from fucking I Am Legend. Was that Central Park that they showed there? Why are they moving very weirdly? Like it's just a small little group. I've never seen that before. And they all kept the same pace too.
It's methane
Ugh.
from the sewers.
There's something that's mutated down there. Oh, there's Ginny. Did she not see Negan? Oh, not again. In the subway? Like season 11? It's dead. Actually, well... Yeah. I mean, he technically is dead. It's just not dead. Wait, what? It went back to sleep? What are these called? Like, the sleepers, I guess? They appeared in, like, season 11. They've appeared a few times in the, like, shows. Like, the one that bit Hershel was kind of, like, sleeping. Is there not another way around? Why not just kill them all? Because if they wake up, then you're gonna be fucked, right? Penn Station. These dark episodes, dude. I can't see shit. I can see that, though. Torture chair. Looking for Hershel. He's not gonna be here, right? Guarantee you, somehow Hershel's on Liberty Island. Because they've made a big emphasis on, like, the Statue of Liberty. I mean, there's blood everywhere. Doesn't necessarily mean it's him. It's not him. It's a fake out. Yep. Told you.
It's not him.
Not yet.
You get your kid. We kill the psycho.
If Hershel's here.
Don't screw it up.
Alright. I mean, you guys are just side characters in this story. You're the ones that are more likely going to mess it up.
Figured out how to bait him yet?
Yeah, I got a thought or two.
Whistle.
I'm gonna get your boy back.
I have to tell you something.
I burned the diner.
I can explain.
Oh, is that Luther's thing?
We don't have time for this.
What? You're going to tell him something? Fuck's sake, Maggie.
You understand how to operate it? You seem nervous. You afraid of me?
I mean, can you blame her?
You know, I still recall the day you joined us. You were hiding in a fire station.
Thanks for the exposition, Croat.
It has been a joy watching you blossom. You should have no reason ever to be afraid of me.
He's going to do something this episode that's going to make her afraid of him.
you hear that?
The whistle is a bit creepy. Still have no idea how the Saviors coordinated that though. Like, should we whistle now? Right now? When they get to that spot right there, whistle. You first.
Negan?
Oh, so he knew he was coming. It's like a little kid. It's like, Negan, so good to see you again. That door isn't shut properly. Come on. The key's already in it. Oh. Hey, Ginny. How the fuck did you get here? It's not going to blow up in 3 minutes, is it? That says otherwise. That seems like foreshadowing. Oh, come on. The lights are all going to turn on, aren't they? It's an ambush. Because conveniently, Croat was down here by the garage. Oh, there he is. Is that him whistling now? Screwdriver. Just randomly there. Okay, what is this countdown in? Ambush.
They're not here.
I mean, it's kind of obvious what's going on here. Fuck off, there's no way the door would close that silently. Oh, Jesus. That's not ominous. Oh, they're all here. It's a trap for Negan. Lights are all going to turn on. Oh, that's going to blow up, right? Jesus. Yep. Now all the walkers come in. But why would the Croat do this while he's in there? Well, they're going to find Negan, right? Get inside the cage.
There's too many! Follow me!
No, they're everywhere. Oh. I knew it. All the lights turn on. Fight to the death. Damn, look at that shot.
Hey, stay.
Oh, fuck's sake. He's not there. He's moved. Come on. Let them go face to face. I love how Negan's like stealthing while Maggie's fighting for her life here. It's basically like a stealth player or an action player. Oh, she's dead. Never mind. Oh, a bunch of red shirts. I wonder if all of them are gonna die. Yeah, who gives a fuck about them? Where's Ginny? I don't get why they just didn't get inside the cage. It's higher up. Oh. He's dead. Yep. Yeah, he's gone. Oh well. I mean, I did say that they're side characters in this story. There's an opening, go. What about Ginny, though? I mean, Ginny did the smart thing. You guys should have done this from the get-go. Oh, hey! So what's Negan's plan exactly? Yeah, just stab them through the fucking fence. Like the prison. I mean, eventually, yeah, that gate's gonna give away. I thought it was higher up, though, but I guess they can climb. Wait! If they can climb, does that mean they're all variants? Oh yeah, smart. Shields. Where's Armstrong, then? I don't think Negan's here. It was a trick. He's killed the two of us, right? So it's a good thing they went in there, though, because they spread them out a bit more. It's claustrophobic. What the fuck is happening? Yeah, them shields didn't work at all. Everyone's dead. Imagine there's whispers in here. Oh, he's still alive. I had a feeling. He's a big guy. We didn't see him, like, get ripped apart. He's more than likely been bit, though. There's no way he survived that. Completely. Yeah, he's been bit. 100%. I mean, he is wearing a leather jacket, right? Can they buy through leather? I think so. Be some shit if they kill off Croat in episode 4. They won't though. Yeah, they can't.
It's only me.
Is he behind him?
Negan! I heard what happened at that bank. You assumed I wanted revenge. Tit for tat.
Ear for dick, right?
Blew up my ear, so what? I have another.
It's fucking insane.
Where is Lucille?
She's gone.
She broken. One too many hits to the heads, eh? He told me about the war with the hilltop of the kingdom. I can only imagine the damage Simon caused.
True.
Okay, you lost the sanctuary. As I have built
A new one.
a new one. Fueled by the death in its bowels.
He is off his head. Oh, it's fucking Armstrong.
I am here for the kid. Hershel.
You're still helping the widow.
It's interesting that he calls her the widow even though he wasn't there for that.
This will require a conversation. I will make a gesture.
He's not going to kill Armstrong, is he?
And brotherly love.
That'd be a waste of a character. Okay, he's alive. I was about to say, like, there's no way they'd kill him.
What are you doing?
Saving him. Oh, that growl. Oh, Jesus. Don't pull it out. That's an artery, dude. No, maybe it isn't. Good, though. They've joined forces a little bit. Why did he get on that side? Why didn't he just push it with them? Sewer pipeline. I mean, they won't be able to get through that, surely. Wow.
I think we bought ourselves a little bit of time to figure out what.
He's picked up the gun. Yep.
Code 14, Section 2. That shall be punishable by supplementary execution.
Get over it, dude.
You're a dick.
Yet again, more dicks with Negan. Like, he literally saved your life. So did he get bit? Doesn't seem like it. Or maybe he just hasn't noticed? Or doesn't want to say anything? Into the darkness. Jesus, they're fucking strong. How? They're so decayed. That's not it, is it? Come on. Fuck!
Where is he? I will find him.
Who is that? I recognise the actress, but like, who's the character? Yeah. Fuck. Well, that was another good episode, but I'm a little bit worried because every show that I've watched that is only 6 episodes, usually like the last episode is kind of stinky, but hopefully that's not the case for this show. I mean, I guess season 1 of the main show didn't have like a stinky, like, ending to the first season. I guess it kind of did though, because they never really went back to the CDC stuff, and Robert Kirkman wasn't a huge fan of that like story in the first season, because it's like it got too close to an explanation as to why the virus is a thing, and he didn't like that. But at the end of the day, it does make sense, like as if the CDC wouldn't try to figure out what's causing it. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that flashback in the first scene of the episode. What the fuck? Seeing Stephen Ogg again as Simon was great to see. And he basically took charge of that scene, to be honest. Like, Negan didn't say anything, right? But obviously the downside to doing a flashback is that that isn't the sanctuary. Because the meeting room looks completely different. And we also did see a new location, which isn't necessarily familiar with the sanctuary's, like, environment. Like, I guess it was in the basement of the sanctuary, somewhere we've never seen before. Because obviously they replaced the sanctuary set with the Commonwealth set. Which sucks, because that means we won't be able to get, like, full flashback episodes in the sanctuary. But it's fine. I did find it interesting that Simon said that killing kids is a line they don't cross, considering what happens with Oceanside. Now, granted, this obviously is set before Oceanside, because the Croat didn't mention anything about Oceanside. He mentioned Kingdom and Hilltop. Based on the timeline, I guess, like, we're very close to Vic's group showing up. I think maybe a few months before they show up. Or it could be a year, because we don't know exactly when Negan took over the sanctuary. And he did mention in episode 2 that it was the first few skirmishes with the kingdom. So I guess they approached Hilltop first, then it was the kingdom, then it was Oceanside, then it was Alexandria. Well, Alexandria approached the Saviors. Actually, no, technically the Saviors approached Alexandria, right, on the road with Dowell, Abraham and Sasha. But it makes you think, like, what happened to Simon for him to just switch? Like, why did he kill all the kids all the boys at Oceanside? What made him cross the line there? Like, did Negan push him? Did something happen? Did Oceanside push him? But I mean, they had them all on their knees, right? From what we know. Like, why did he do that? Like, was Simon responsible for killing the kid at Hilltop? I already know Jeffrey Dean Morgan was happy that Stephen Ogg was back. Because I remember, like, behind the scenes when they did the fight scene between them both. And it was, like, Simon's death scene. Like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan was really upset that Stephen Ogg was leaving. So it's cool to see them both on screen again. Because I never actually got to react to them both on screen. Technically, because I reacted to season 9. That was my first season. Like, if they ever want to do, like, a Negan spin-off that's just dedicated to, like, the origin story and, like, how we met Rick's group and stuff and how we learnt about them, I think it is doable, even though the set has been destroyed. Because obviously you could have, like, the build-up to the Sanctuary, and then you could maybe recreate some of the Sanctuary, because I think that's easier than just recreating the whole set. The thing that I love about this showrunner, though, he actually really cares about the characters. Like, he knows them. Even though he's only been writing the show for, like, 2 seasons, I think, right? I think he showed up at season 10. But I just love that he's doing flashbacks. The only downside to that flashback is that might be the only one we get from, like, the Saviour era. And on top of the fact that I wish we just saw the flashback instead of learning about it from Negan in episode 2. You know? Because it kind of just spoils what happens in that scene. I hope we do see, like, Negan blowing his ear off and, like, that continuation. And, like, how Simon reacts to that and stuff. It'll be interesting. I'm surprised, like, Simon didn't go after the Croat. Like, Negan missed a shot, but then Simon decided to go after him. Considering the Croat mentioned this episode that Simon never listened, which is true. Because I genuinely think if Simon didn't go behind Negan's back, they probably would have won the war. I mean, they almost did anyway. Like, if it wasn't for Eugene fucking with the guns, like, Negan would have won. Seems like Maggie knows about what happened with Luther, considering Negan had that, was it like the cream that Luther had or whatever? I don't know how Negan got the body out without nobody noticing, considering Luther's a big fucking guy. Negan can't be that strong to lift that guy up. Like, Luther was that big, he picked up Negan and started squeezing him. I just don't get where Negan would have put the body. Like, out on the street somewhere, because obviously Luther didn't turn. Also, it was really cool that Maggie got an F-bomb. Her first F-bomb, too, right? Because, like, Vic's had an F-bomb, Dowell's had an F-bomb, a few F-bombs. Negan's obviously had quite a few. And probably the best one that he had in season 11, where he just turned and saw the variant walker and went, what the fuck? However, I do think the F-bomb was kind of weak for her, though. Like, they could have chose, like, a better moment for her to say fuck, you know? Instead of just, like, I put a harmonica in the fucking ground. Like, she was dead aggressive about that. And then you had Negan's reaction being, well... I assume they only allowed 1 F-bomb still, which I think is so dumb. Considering this show is on AMC+, I think there should be more F-bombs in the AMC+ version compared to, like, the cable version. You know? It's weird that they haven't done that, like, they've got alternate takes that they use. Which, by the way, they didn't do for Season 7's Blu-ray. I don't know why everyone was saying Season 7's Blu-ray was going to have 2 different versions of scenes. Like, the one that we actually watched on TV and then, like, the more mature version of it where Negan's dropping F-bombs left, right and centre, but we never got that. And it sucks. Because they did film them. Like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan said that they did film them scenes. It's just a question of where the fuck they are. So how the fuck did Tommaso survive that? Like, the walkers were literally right on top of him. Like, he was struggling to walk. He was going to, like, fall over, basically, right? How did he survive? There is no way he didn't get bit. It's going to be a thing next episode, right? They're going to be in the sewers, he's going to reveal that he's been bit, and then he's going to do, like, a sacrifice play or something like that to save everyone. But if he has been bit, and he's deciding to hide it, it's so stupid. I hate that, like, cliche with zombie stuff. Like, if I've been bit, I'm going to hide it. Like, show it, especially if you've been bit in the arm, right? Because then we can just cut off your arm. Now, granted, it might be kind of hard to do that in that situation, considering they're going into the sewers right now, and you don't want all that shit getting into your system. But yeah, them going down into the sewers is going to be interesting, because based off the promo, there's a weird fucking mutation going on, like they've formed together. I love how the Croat is like a fanboy of Negan. Like, he's like, Negan! Like, he's so happy to see him. And then he was, like, confused as to why Negan was saving Armstrong. Like, wait, this isn't Negan? Like, this is not what he'd do? What happened? What changed? But the fact that the Croat, like, forgives Negan for blowing off his ear just makes him fucking insane. Like, as if he wouldn't want to kill him. He wants to build a new sanctuary with Negan. That's how insane the Croat is. Like, he forgives the man that blew off his ear. Water under the bridge. Let's just fucking build a new sanctuary together. And still torture people. Like, he's still just as insane as he was. Maybe he's worse now. I do find it weird that the Croat basically knew everything that happened with the Saviour stuff. Like, he found some random guy called Jerome, and Jerome told him everything. Like, the war with the Kingdom, the Hilltop, Alexandria. Not Oceanside, though. They didn't mention Oceanside. Oceanside didn't do shit in that war. Let's be honest. They threw Molotovs at, like, 2 Saviours in the final episode of the war. Like, they didn't do anything. And also, did Jerome tell Croat about the widow? It's just weird that he'd call Maggie the widow. Technically, isn't he a widow too, considering he saw his family die? And I heard people say that the Croat's family were killed by cannibals, because he did say, like, something along the lines of, like, feeding another starving family. It could be a reference to the Walkers. I don't know. It wasn't abundantly clear if it was cannibals or not. That's why I didn't really mention it. But yeah, Negan saving Armstrong just for Armstrong to point the weird gun at him. What an arsehole. I do find it funny that Negan had the easiest time when it comes to getting inside the stadium and then getting out of it. Now granted, yes, he's held up at gunpoint by Armstrong, but he's in a much better situation than Maggie is. Like, she's in the fucking sewers, and obviously next episode she's going to fight this mutation. Like, Jesus. So Ginny following Maggie and Negan into the stadium was stupid as fuck. But did Maggie burn the dino? I think so, because Ginny kept looking at Maggie this episode and running away from her and stuff. So I think Maggie did burn it. And she was going to say something to Negan too, but then decided not to. So I wonder what Maggie was going to say. Was it something along the lines of, like, yeah, I found Ginny's dino and I burnt it. And she obviously lied to Negan about the matches stuff, right? So they're both lying to each other. The lies are going to start piling up. And then there's going to be this clash between them both that's going to probably happen in the finale. Also, Maggie this episode, didn't she ask where Negan was? So she does need him for something. That's why in episode 2 she was kind of, like, surprised to hear the story or the history between the Croat and Negan. And then she said in that scene, like, so the Croat's going to want to kill you. Like, that's not what she wanted to hear. But yeah, I really love that the show keeps doing these exposition shots of the city, because it really makes you believe that they're actually there. Unlike the main show, where it was just, occasionally there was some big shots, but most of it was just in the woods. But yeah, like I said, another solid episode. Very interested to see how Maggie gets out of the sewers, how Negan gets out of the Armstrong situation, and whoever that woman is with the Croat next episode. I mean, I did mention it in the reaction, but I have a very strong feeling that Hershel is on Liberty Island. Because before the intro ends, right, they showed the Statue of Liberty. For some reason, they have a big emphasis on that in the intro of the show. Why? Because that's where Hershel is. Yeah, I also hope we have more flashbacks in the next 2 episodes that are related to, like, the Croat or Negan, or even Maggie flashbacks too. Because we do need to see how Hershel was taken, right? What if, after all this, Hershel's killed? I doubt it. There's no way they'd kill Hershel off. Considering the original ending for season 11 was supposed to be, like, all the kids grown up, I think that pretty much confirms that Hershel can't die. Granted, though, that was an alternate ending, so plans can change, but hopefully not. But yeah, that about sums up the shitty review. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.